Good morning. In this video, I am going to spend some time explaining your chakras again, because this is something that I never really believed in. It's not that I guess I didn't believe in it. I didn't know that it existed. And if you don't know, you're going to always believe what it is that you have been taught. And there is this great saying, and I forget who actually said it or where I read it at, but it says, even though you can't perceive something, it doesn't prove that it doesn't exist. Even though you can't perceive something, it doesn't prove that it doesn't exist. And for an example here, you can blow on a dog whistle and not hear it, but the sound is real because your dog reacts. And that is the difference between who your higher self is and who you are right now. That is the difference between understanding the higher dimensions, the spirit realm, and who you are right now. You are seeing with what you see with your eyes. You are feeling with what you feel, because of the things that you have been taught ever since you were born. You are limiting yourself to what you see, smell, taste, hear. All of those are five senses. Right here only. We have been limited since our upbringing. And the purpose of raising your vibration, which includes activating your chakras, is to bring your spirit back to the body. Because we have had a separation between really the mind, body, and the spirit. There hasn't been that balance. We have been thinking only. Thinking with our senses based upon our desires of the flesh. Every single thing that we have been taught, learned, the things that we observe, our personal experiences, our beliefs. And when this begins to happen, when you begin to step into your higher self, you're activating your chakras. And this is just energy vortexes that resides within each and every one of us at 7 main chakras. Those are the ones that people mostly talk about that become blocked, but there are others within our body that once those are unblocked, naturally unblocks the other areas. And then when all of our 7 main ones are unblocked, it will continuously unblock the ones that radiate out of us from our auras, which connects us to God, Spirit, the universe, whatever it is that you resonate with. And, this is something I have spoken about before. Began to happen to me. And I literally thought I was getting sicker and sicker. And now when I look back to the point of when I really became sick after my auto accident, it was the beginning of everything expanding. I have been waking up for nearly 18 years. That's a long time. But because I saw it as being ill, because I wanted to stay within what I knew. And when you stay within what you know, based upon your teachings, what you have observed, you are living within the flesh. That's what the Bible calls it, living within the flesh. And then you stay stuck. And it continuously is a cycle of being stuck, of being the victim. And again, this is probably a process that just has to take place for you to even understand and to believe and to receive. Some people don't take as long. to open up to it, and some people take even longer. So everyone's journey is different, and we have to learn at our own rate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that I lost all of that time, but I am grateful that I lost all that time to it, because now I'm even more appreciative of where I am at. And so during these activations of your chakras opening up, this is natural energy. This is the more pure energy that is from God. Again, whatever you resonate with, spirit, source, that's up to you, but I resonate with God, and I'm just going to continuously use God in my videos, in my posts. But that's the purity, our connection. And when those become activated, it's alleviating all of those toxins that have been within ourselves. And you have been sick, or that you have been feeling low, lack of energy, fear, anger, blame, all of those things have to be omitted out of us. In order to be omitted, they have to resurface. And when they resurface, it comes out in a sickness, if you will. You are not truly sick. It's a symptom. It is, and it's a natural process that has to take place. And this is something you might resonate with, a sensitivity to medications. If you have had a sensitivity to medications, like myself, it's a first indicator that you have been designed to be some sort of healer. And it's an indicator that what I'm saying is true, because if you are living within the flesh or the ego, whatever it is, that you take those medications. I know when I go to when I went to the doctors and get prescriptions, I would always have a sensitivity sometimes. My body reacted to it. I was allergic to lots of medications, or it would give me different problems afterwards. But yet, I continuously kept going to the doctors to get more medication, to feel better, for that quick fix feeling, which never happened. And so now, I do use over-the-counter products, and I try to just fight things out. And that's my point. I think because of our sensitivities, it is the proof that we need to not think in terms of being the victim. I hope I'm making sense, because there's just a lot of information here, and I'm trying to give it to you correctly. But this is a time of healing, and when we are healing ourselves, old things pop up, old emotions pop up. We have been living, how long have we been alive? And all of these negative emotions have to manifest themselves. And just imagine, anger. You know how it felt to have that anger all of your life, or that great sadness all of your life. And if you could place those emotions into a disease, what would it be? Or into an illness, what would it be? It has to come out in some way. And this is something here that I, when we have been living within the flesh, we are mostly using our left side of our brain. And when we begin to raise our vibration to be at a higher level of consciousness, that energy kind of like allows your left brain to become dormant, if you will, or it stops using it for a little bit to start activating your right brain, which is your more of the intuition, your higher senses that we have failed to use. And that is where all of the fogginess and the memory loss resides, because, and now this resonates with me again, because I went through years and years of intense brain fog and memory loss. And I can contribute it again to my auto accident, or the symptoms of fibromyalgia, or just literally going crazy. And it wasn't because of that. It was because my body was attempting to activate a different part of my brain to use later on. And it was like instantly when I was given my mind back, when I can start to think clearly. And I know the day, it was September the 14th of 2018, so 2019, 2018, excuse me. So yeah, and that's interesting to understand. So everything has to regenerate, and that's precisely what now I understand even more so, is that what the Bible speaks about, that the flesh must die for the spirit to live, because we have been living our entire lifetime within our flesh, within every single thing that we have been taught. And we have to eliminate all of that. And that elimination process could be, traumatic, very traumatic, and make us feel like we're sick all over again, or something is wrong with us. But when you step into a different light and perceive something differently, the symptoms don't seem, so real or so terrible. It changes your mindset to know that because this is happening, I'm going to be receiving something beautiful. And that's what I'm hoping to instill in you guys, is to know that with what is occurring right now, and you're probably feeling all kinds of symptoms, and feeling this doubt, and probably a lot of loneliness too because of this. And these are natural emotions. And that's why I'm glad to be here, because without me explaining it to you, it's even more lonelier. And I know how that can feel, to feel so lonely, and as if you're just being attacked all the time. And it's not that. It is because you're being given something beautiful. In this energy, when everything activates, when these main chakras activate, and it starts to activate all of the other ones within your body, and everyone above us that we, some people can't even activate those. But that's when your self-healing comes into play. Everything regenerates and becomes new, and illness is a thing of the past for you. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.